guys, so October's over and November's here, so it's time to talk about my favorites from October. Now before I start, I should apologize if I sound like crap or if I break into a coughing fit. I'm getting a slight cold, so we're just going to try to work around that. But anyway, so we got 5 things this month. We have 1 movie, 2 TV shows, and 2 CDs. So let's get started with the movie first. So I only saw 1 movie this month, and some people might not consider this a movie, but I am, and that was Demi Lovato's YouTube documentary, Simply Complicated. This was such an interesting watch. It was really interesting to get to know Demi more, and really, like, I love how just honest and open she was throughout the whole thing. And if you haven't watched it and you're a fan of Demi, I'll leave a link down below. You can watch it on YouTube. It's not like a YouTube Red thing. It's an hour and 18 minutes, I believe, but yeah, I just really enjoyed it and really enjoyed hearing Demi's story. Like, I knew some stuff about Demi's life, but really seeing her struggles with her addictions and her eating disorders, like, it was really eye-opening, and I really enjoyed it. Then moving on to shows, the first one I started watching was Dynasty, which premiered after the season 2 premiere of Riverdale. And Dynasty is, like, in my eyes, it's kind of an old school CW type of show. It's like 90210, it's like Melrose Place, it's kind of like Gossip Girl, it's just drama, it's a soap opera. It's cheesy, over-dramatic, and that's kind of everything I love about it, is just how over the top it is. I'm already loving it. I was a little iffy at first, but as the weeks have gone on, I'm really enjoying the show, and I can't wait to see what happens every week. And yeah, this show is not for everyone, I can admit that. The characters are kind of horrible people, but, you know, you end up having your faves and your ships, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The second show I started watching this month was Stranger Things, and I know what you're all probably thinking. Brittany, you haven't watched Stranger Things? No, I haven't. I kept meaning to watch it, but it just never really caught my attention, and so, but all the hype surrounding season 2 coming out, finally I was like, you know what, screw it, I have some time off, I'll just watch it. So I watched all of season 1 in 2 days, and then, like, a day later, season 2 came out on Netflix, and then I spent 2 days watching season 2, and I absolutely love it. It's such a great show. I feel so stupid for waiting so long to watch it, but I've rectified that. I love it. My favorites are Hopper and Eleven. Those are my 2 favorite characters on the show. Hopper is number 1 for me. Eleven's my number 2. I also really liked Steve in season 2. They totally changed Steve. Like, I didn't hate Steve in season 1, but season 2, I just really fell in love with Steve and Dustin. They're all just, this whole cast is great, but, like, Hopper and Eleven are my 2 faves, and then season 2 really made me love Steve and Dustin. So, yeah. So, while I was editing, I realized there was another show that I completely forgot about that I technically started watching in October, and I was just going to hold off and just mention it next month, but then I was like, nah, let me just record myself real quick, and I'll put it in between. So this is what this is, and the other show that I started watching in October besides Stranger Things and Dynasty was The Good Doctor. It airs on Mondays after Dancing with Stars, but I usually don't watch it. I usually wait until later in the week and watch it on demand. But it's such a great show, and I'm a sucker for medical dramas. I really like them. And the idea of it being a medical drama with a lead character who has autism, I think is really interesting premise, and I'm really enjoying it. And Freddie Highmore, who plays Sean Murphy, who is the doctor with autism, is doing a great job. Although it's a little weird for me right now because I'm also currently watching Bates Motel on Netflix, which also stars Freddie Highmore as Norman Bates. So kind of going from singing with Norman Bates to singing with Sean Murphy, it's a little weird for my head. But yeah, if you're not watching The Good Doctor, I highly recommend it. It's so good. So I just wanted to quickly throw this in, but yeah, that's why you're going to see me in 2 different shirts. Alright, okay, back to the rest of the video. And then the last 2 things that I want to talk about for October were 2 new CDs I got and listened to and love. The first was Pink's Beautiful Trauma album. Before the album came out, Pink released What About Us and Beautiful Trauma, which I loved both. And listening to the album, it's just incredible. I expected no less because Pink has never disappointed me with her albums. They're always amazing. And this was no exception. Like, I loved, obviously, the 2 singles she released, but I also love Revenge. It's such a fun song, but such a dark topic in a way. I also really love Barbies is an incredible song. I really love the message of that one about, you know, growing up and then just realizing kind of how hard life is when you're an adult and just wanting to go back to the days when you were just playing with your Barbie. Better Life is amazing. I Am Here is amazing. But I think besides What About Us and Beautiful Trauma, the 2 songs I really, really, really love on the album are Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken and You Get My Love. Those are such beautiful songs, and Pink's voice sounds so amazing with those songs. Just everything about it is fantastic. And then the other album I got was Kelly Clarkson's new album, Meaning of Life. I'd heard Love So Soft and Move You, which are amazing. Love So Soft is freaking fantastic, by the way. But Meaning of Life is also another incredible album. Just like Pink, Kelly never disappoints me with her album, so I was not surprised with how amazing it was. But besides those 2, I loved the title track, Meaning of Life. Whole Lotta Woman is such a fun, sassy song. Like, I remember watching interviews where Kelly was talking about how she was being a lot sassier this album, and A Whole Lotta Woman is definitely a sassy song. I also really liked Slow Dance. That was a really pretty song. Go High is a really good one. And Didn't I? But, like, every song on it is so good. That's just the thing. Like, I already have favorites, but as a whole, both Beautiful Trauma and Meaning of Life are amazing albums. And they're just the epitome of what Pink and Kelly bring when they make music, which is perfection because it's amazing. So yeah, if you've not listened to Pink or Kelly's new album, I highly recommend you do that because they're amazing. Like I said, I feel like I'm just talking about how amazing both these albums are, but I can't think of another word to describe them but amazing. So, but yeah, that was my favorites for this month. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me down below if you have seen or listened to any of the things I talked about in this video. Also, tell me some of your favorites, things you discovered in October. I'd love to hear. And yeah, until November's favorites, like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Till next time. Bye, guys.